Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As usual, before we start our lesson, kita ni akan mulakan dengan berselawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW selama 2 minit. Mari kita ni sama-sama membaca 3 niat penting sebelum memulakan selawat ke atas Rasulullah SAW. Yang pertama, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Yang kedua, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dan yang ketiga, kami niatkan selawat kami untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah di akhirat kelak. 2 minutes from now.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmat-Mu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmat-Mu. Wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, amin, amin. Ya Rabbal Alamin. In this session, we will discuss about solving word problems involving ratio and direct proportion. So, can you please get ready with your notes, page 24 until 26, and your worksheet, page 26 and 27. Our learning objective for this lesson. By the end of the lesson, students should be able to use a unitary method to solve word problems involving ratio and direct proportion. Here will be the steps to success to achieve our objectives. First, you need to circle the key questions. What the question 1. Second, you need to review unitary method and direct proportion method. Actually, both of these methods you already familiar since primary level, but here we specifically will use this method to solve the problem. And lastly, we need to solve the questions to get the final answer. Now, ratio. What is actually ratio? Ratio is about comparing, okay? Ratio is about comparing two or more quantities written in the form of A to B or A to B to C, where A, B, and C are all numbered, okay? And you should familiar with ratio. We already learned ratio since primary level. And the most important thing is a ratio has no unit, but to compare the ratio, to compare the quantities, it must be in same unit. Alright? What is actually direct proportion? Direct proportion is about when two quantities that increase or decrease in the same ratio. That means when the quantity 1 is increasing, the quantity 2 also increasing. Okay? And when the quantity 1 is decreasing and the quantity 2 should be decreasing. Both increase, both decrease. And that is direct proportion. Okay? Please remember this one. When we talk about direct proportion, it is about when the quantities both increase or both decrease. Alright? Now, when we look at this example 1, this is about break time. A student wishes to buy some sandwiches, and the table below shows the amount of money he needs to spend depending on the number of sandwiches he buys. Okay, now quantity 1 is about the sandwiches and quantity 2 is about the cost of that sandwiches. All right, and as you can see here, when the number of sandwiches increasing, and of course the cost, okay, the cost should be increasing also. When that boy bought 5 sandwiches and the cost will be $2.50. This is what we call as direct proportion. Okay, when both of the quantity 1 and quantity 2, both of them are increasing. Okay, now moving on with example 2, 3 packets of sweets cost $12. How much will 10 packets cost? And here we have two solutions. The first solution is about unitary method. Unitary method is actually finding the cost for 1 unit first, okay, before you find out the cost for that 3 packets, the 3 units. Alright, that is what we call as unitary method. We need to find the value for 1. Alright, now let us see this one. 3 packets, the cost is $12. So 1 packet will be uh will be 1 packet will be how much dollar? Okay, now so when we divide both of the quantities with 3, you will get x equal to 4. Okay, x equal to 4. Therefore here 1 packet will cost $4. So what about 10 packets? Okay, 10 packets, you multiply that 10 with the cost for 1 packet. This 1 packet is actually unitary method. So 10 times 4 will give you $40. Right? And for the solution 2, we will use this direct proportion method. You should learn this method. It is really useful for your upper level. Okay. Now, Let the cost of 10 packets be $Y. Packets price, so put every information about packets below the packets and put all of the information about the price on the below the price. Okay, so 10 packets will be how much, and when the 3 packets will cost $12. And here we will use cross multiplication. Okay, this cross multiplication is the key for direct proportion method. I repeat myself, this cross multiplication is actually the key for this direct proportion method. Please remember this one. It is very useful for you for your upper level next year. So 10 times 12 and here 3 times y. You will get this. Okay. So 3y equal to 10 times 12. So 10 times 12 will give you 120. And then divide both sides with 3. So 120 divided by 3, you will get 40. Okay. Now, no matter what method that you use, okay, the answer, you will reach the same answer. Okay, I repeat myself, whatever the method that you will use, you will reach the same answer. If you have different answers, something wrong with your method. Now, example 3, a bus requires 20 liters of petrol to travel 280 kilometers. Find the amount of petrol required for the bus to travel 70 kilometers. Now, here I put method 1 and method 2. Now, for method 1, 20 liters will equal to 280 kilometers. So, what about 70 kilometers? Okay, how many liters? Now, this is method 1. Method 1, we use equivalent method, right? So, how to reach the 70? 280 divided by 4. That is how you reach 70. When you divide here by 4 and here also divide by 4. Alright, so your x will be 20 divided by 4 and your answer will be 5 liters. For method 2 will be the direct proportion method. Let liters to be x, okay, like this, and then do your cross multiplication, and 280x equal to 20 times 70, 280x equal to 1400, and remove both sides 280, you should get this 1400 divided by 280, and you should get 5 liters, and your final answer here will be 5 liters. Example 4, a cyclist travel 7.5 kilometers in 30 minutes. If he travels at a constant speed, find the distance he can travel if he cycles for 2/4 hours. Okay, here we have minutes and here we have hours. So we convert this hour first into minutes to make our calculation much easier. Okay, so your step 1, convert 2/4 hours into minutes like this. 2 hours equal to 120 minutes and quarter hours equal to 15 minutes. When we total them, both of them, you will get 135 minutes. After that, we proceed with the previous method to find the distance. Okay, now, by now you should know how to apply this method. Okay, and here you should know why I multiply both sides by 4, because to reach this 135, you need to multiply this 30 with 4. Okay, so when we multiply here by 4 and here also we need to multiply by 4. Okay, so your answer will be 33.75 kilometer. Okay. Next, example 5, the last example for our notes. There are 3,560 people who watch tennis as shown in the table below. And the question here, you need to find the value of x. Now we have the total already, so only that x is missing. Therefore, your solution will be x equal to 3,560. You minus with 462, minus with 1,624, and minus with 760. And you should get 714. Next, part B, you need to express the number of adults as a percentage of the total number of boys and girls, giving your answer to the nearest whole number. When we say as a percentage, we need to multiply that fraction with 100. Remember this one? When the question asks you to express as a percentage, you need to multiply that fraction with 100. Okay, so number of adults will be the numerator and total number of boys and girls will be the denominator. First, we need to find the number of adults and the total number of boys and girls. Now, total of adults, men and women, will be 1,176, and total of numbers of boys and girls will be 2,384. Okay, so we express this information as a fraction and times with 100, it will become like this. Okay, then you will get 49.33, but here the question asks you to give your answer to the nearest whole number. When we see here 49.33, round down, so your final answer will be 49. The last part of this example and the last part for our notes. Let's see. Some of the girls who watch the tennis wore caps. The ratio of the number of girls wearing cap to, okay, here we need to put colon. The number of girls not wearing cap, this one, this colon is 2. Okay, so number of girls not wearing, the number of girls wearing cap is 5. The number of girls not wearing cap is 3. And total here will be 8. And the question asks you to find out how many girls did not wearing caps. Okay, we just focus with this girls information, and not wearing cap, you take out these 3 out of the total fraction here. You multiply with 760. And you should get 285. Therefore, your final answer will be 285. This will be the last part, and don't forget to complete your notes. This topic is not that difficult, but you need to be careful with the information given. Read the question carefully, what the question want. Okay? By doing this example 5, we end our lesson for this session. Thank you so much. And don't forget to complete your notes, to complete your worksheet. Okay? Thank you so much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will end our lesson with reciting doa.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.